Why is fame so cheap and why don't I have it? Why don't you have it? Why don't we got it? Anyway. No, not anyway. It's cheap. Fame is cheap. And why aren't we rich? Let's start with TikTok, right? For our first point. Hold on, disclaimer. This video will be about me yapping. If you don't want anyone to yap and yap and yap and yap, it'll be a fun yap. It'll have a lot of fun things up in there, this yap right here. Don't get me wrong, my yaps are top quality. But if you don't want to hear me yap, then now's your time to click on off. Are they gone? Are they gone? Maybe they're gone. Anyway, if not, we shall still continue. But anyway, to our first point. Let me get the great big book of knowledge. Okay, fame is cheap. Like I said, fame is cheap. I went to TikTok. Let's go to TikTok. So we all know that basically anyone that is on TikTok, right, can allow themselves to propel themselves into the future, into a brighter future. Maybe not even that. Even with the creator program, if they even still got the thing going on, people were still getting pennies on the dollar, depending on the view and everything. And you can get more views on YouTube and whatnot. But like, anyway, TikTok has a whole entire algorithm that allows people to be able to consume these wonderful videos, gain this knowledge at a quick and rapid pace, and get dopamine hits and all the kind of stuff. It's drugs. It's drugs for your brain. Does it mean it's good? Probably not. But as you know, TikTok fame comes and it goes. Like that one girl, Haktua girl, that one right there. She came and like was here for about what, 2 or 3 months? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm possibly wrong. I don't be watching people like that. But you know, she had her relative time in the sun, which was fun on a bun. And next thing you know, that Kaktua thing became very dry. No one wanted to talk about that anymore. And then she put out a meme coin. People was like, go to hell. Respectfully. Well, disrespectfully. Why you do that? Anyway. But anyway, that right there is a case study in which one person can blow up from something. Oh, hold up. The Jet2 holiday. That right there. I think the original person who actually did the whole entire audio, don't mind that. The person who did the original audio is on tour, from what I understand. We make anyone famous for anything. I can respect that. I can respect that. But fame is so easy to get. But if it's easy to get, why don't I have it? Anyway, that's for another time. Anyway, I don't be out there like that anyway. I have fun. But anyway, the Jet2 holiday woman is out there on tour, and like people are like, you know, they're having fun. You're going, oh my gosh, Jet2 lady, you know, stuff like that. And they also garnered their fame, not directly something they did in the past, but like, you know, it was made popularized and on one platform, and it's grown, and she has a little following, and everyone's taking the Jet2 commercial and making different versions of it. There's Nola, there's, I don't know, where else? We'll say it every other country here and there. Wherever there's TikTok, there's a Jet2 holiday commercial. Okay, there we go. Boom. And creators have blown up because of it. Also, getting off the Jet2 one, the other guy from TikTok, you know, that song, I am, you know, like that from that lady. I believe her last name is Clarkson. Anyway, it's that church song with that lady coming through. She's going down the hallway and getting people roses, you know, saying, I am. And it's about God, you know, her serving her purpose and doing, you know, these tasks and everything. Anyway, that dude blew up from that sound. He made like 30 million videos from there right there. I don't know how he is, like, you know, taking his fame and commodified it and turned it into income or anything like that, or if he is making income from it. But like, yeah, that right there made a video, boom, it went viral. And it's allowed for him to be known, if only in a niche community, if only on TikTok, to garner fame. And with that being said, fame isn't what fame used to be. Fame does not equal riches. Fame is simply one part of it. There's a little system in between, and then there is income, there is money. But it takes more than what you are. It takes a dedicated audience to be able to stick with you. And TikTok does not really garner loyalty. It gets you dopamine. It don't really allow for you to, I mean, you can grow, but like, who from TikTok is really going to follow you to your main platform via TikTok, via a Patreon? Because again, these, how can I say this? These platforms that are really garner, like Instagram, you could be Instagram famous. Not, no one know who the hell you are. And then TikTok could be like, okay, you're TikTok famous. Okay. Well, back in the day when it first started out, you could become a Charli D'Amelio from like, you know, doing basic things and dancing. And then on Dances Left and all that kind of stuff. And like, what is she now besides rich? But these things and yada, 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 and people getting these brand deals and this, that, and the third, it's allowed for them to be able to, you know, make lifestyles. It has. But again, the fame that they have is fleeting. Well, not only fleeting, it is for anyone to get. Tia Kemp. Don't come for me. I love you, Tia Kemp. I love you, wonderful person. Don't cuss me out. But, you know, Tia Kemp is, you know, also a personality that's out there. She's doing her thing. She's living her best life, and she's cussing at people left and right. I can understand that. I don't want to be in line of fire. I know, I don't. But, like, you know, Tia Kemp, she has fame. Is it fleeting? I won't say that. I won't say that. She's literally a personality. I think you can make it far if you are a personality and you have more things to offer and stuff like that. Tia Kemp should be fine. She'd be perfectly fine. And again, even the people that I'm calling off are niche because they're mostly in, like, you know, they're like black TikTok. But then again, black culture is everywhere. So you most likely know of these people if you dabble in more than just one sphere of influence, right? But regardless of all the people that I have called out, besides Tia Kemp, the rest of those other people have garnered fame. And even the people who get like hundreds of thousands of views, millions of views, only so many people get paid for that. And not all of that translates into money. But I don't know. I really don't know. Like, but again, fame is something that is easy to garner as long as you have a interesting something and you're doing something interesting, entertaining, and then people just come and follow and they just like, they're drawn in by the energy, and then boom, success, financial freedom, yada, yada, yada. But I guess it's all in the way and how you actually use it, I guess. All I'm saying is brand deals. Send me a little some. I ain't gonna be doing the most, but like, you know, send me a couple 100,000 and we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. Yeah. Definitely try to make everyone as famous as like Michael Jackson, but you not be able to afford a single thing at the grocery store. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's that. It really is. Fame is fleeting, but not only is it fleeting, it all depends on how you capitalize on it. And if you don't capitalize on it, then all that fame and all that kind of stuff it'll backfire and it'll be off nothing. But yeah, anyone can achieve fame in nowadays. And honestly, it's not what it was. Yeah, fame is something that anyone can get. Absolutely anyone. You can become famous. Would it be anything? Probably not. Instagram famous? Cool. TikTok famous? All right. Millions of views here and there. And I guess it's different when you're YouTube famous because you can monetize that. I mean, you can monetize on other platforms, don't get me wrong, but like YouTube's like, you know, it's more better. And if you're Patreon famous and you have like 1,000 people who like, you know, actually contribute to your work, you got it made. You got it made. Anyway, fame is fleeting. Beauty is fleeting. All is fleeting except for your smile. That's really corny. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. This point may have not come across as I wanted it to, but like, you know, I believe that it's the point is there. Fame is really fleeting and anyone can attain it. Absolutely anyone. Attention is money and currency, all that kind of stuff. And whoever has the most attention has some modicum of power. Will it make you immortal? No. But will it get you some money? A few coins? Possibly. Anyway, I've taken a bit of your time. This has been Tevin talking and yapping. Hopefully you enjoyed. Anyway, I'll talk to you later, okay? All right. Later. My fucking nose. I'm done.
I say, well, people, what say we let go?